Abusua enne yenko sua bakosem. Yes, enne ye kwa kosua bakosem. Na bakosem ne ye kosua no wo Fort Amsterdam e Ghana ha. Na yenko tie the history behind this fort. Abusua yenko.
My name is Josephine. Welcome to Fort Amsterdam. Fort Amsterdam was built in 1631 by the British. The main purpose for this fort was for merchants, that is gold business. The British named this fort Fort Commandantine. In 1654, the Dutch fought with the British and they took over the fort for slavery for 350 years. So this community you see here today, they are all settlers. They came to do business here. The meaning of Abanasi means under the government. So then the British were the government ruling over the community. So when you are coming to the fort, there are a lot of gun holes and cannon holes at the top. So they are seeing you coming. So they monitor your footsteps. So there is a hole here called peephole. So they'll peep you through the hole. When you're an enemy, they shoot you in the head and put you in the sea. Able to go through the gates, there's a security that you'll be searched to see if there is any weapon on you so that you not attack the people in the fort. So if there is any weapon on you, they take it from you for you to come and do your trade. And here is a dungeon. This here contains 90 to 100 slaves, and it was a story building. The upstairs belongs to the soldiers, the foreign soldiers. That were coming for the slave trade. They brought a pet called the geeks. That is a plural. The singular is goods. They are very big. They're like ducks. They smell far distance. They help them do the security jobs of the fort so that the enemy will not attack them. So it gives them alert with their noise. Kiki. When an enemy is coming, it tells the soldiers around that someone is coming from downstairs or the sea to let them get their guns and cannon holes, bows and everything ready. This is another dungeon for a meal. So we have 90 to 100 slaves here. Meal. And the top is the church. So the slaves under the
church.
The church, yes. And this fort was built when there was no cement or cement factory in Ghana. So the fort you see today was built with, you see the yellow, then the red bricks. The red bricks comes from the British and the yellow one comes from the Dutch. When they are coming with the ship, they unload the ship with the bricks. Then they come and offload it and unload it with slaves. That's how they used to build the fort. So this fort contains sea sand, seashells, the bricks, stones, and palm nut oil. That's what used to build the fort. When the fort was built, there's no surviving water closer to the fort. The only surviving water is the lagoon, and it's far from here. So they decided to create a watering channel for the fort. So it's from the upstairs, and this is the hole that comes through to the water tank. So when the governor was here, this is their main source of the water they use at the fort, and it's still in use up to now. It contains water. This is what was used. Then we exchange it with this. So this metal is 395 years. This is the office of the governor. This is where the governor has his own meetings with the leaders of the community, but now used as our own office. This was the ammunition rooms where guns and bombs or gunpowders are kept. This is the condemned cells where the stubborn slaves are kept to die. No food, no water. When you die, they throw you into the sea. This is a female dungeon where the female slaves are kept. During the slave time or season, the slaves were used for sex and reproduction. And so they were not much. So we have about 60 to 40 slaves here. And the top here is the hall where the local people brought their own kids, exchange of Milo and sugar. There is a punishment room for the stubborn slaves who refuse for sex. Yes, you'll be put there to change your mind. It's not to kill them, but just to change your mind for sex. So they are kept here to change their mind. These are gun holes. All the holes you see are called gun holes, yes, where they put their guns. And this is the people downstairs. This is where the soldiers sit in the evening to do their security jobs. Yes, so in the evening, they sit there with their cannon, balls, and then their guns to watch the land and the sea. If there is any enemy coming, then they can attack. So it's where the soldiers sit in the evening. This is where the governor sits in the evening. And this is his drinking bar. So the canoe holes and the gun holes are all around. For security reasons. Yes, so this is where the governor sits. This lane leads to the governor's private apartment. So we are going to his apartment now.
History.
There is the governor's private hall, then the bedroom. The bedroom is upstairs and the hall is downstairs. So this is the governor's hall, then bedroom. This is the storeroom where provisions are kept. So this is the storeroom. There is the path to the door of no return.
Hey.
So anybody who goes here don't come home again. So this is the only surviving door of the fort since the fort was built. So
Really?
this door is 395 years old.
Hey.
The original door. Nothing is changed. So this is the door of no return. This is where
The door of no return.
the slaves are thrown into the sea.
Ebusuya se wehu. Ye nananom abre. Papa. Oh, or tray say. Baby or why slaves no go for no. Na asori was soro. So 300 and something years, 400 and something years, no, our forefathers were forced to accept a religion that is controlling us today, you and me. They were forced because they had their own culture, they had their own way of life. But some people came from elsewhere, deceiving us, telling us they just want to have a trade with us. And when we realized they have converted us into their kind of religion, and we are battling with it today, you and I. This is history. Fort Amsterdam. You see, she even said it got to a point some people were just coming with their kids in exchange of Milo and sugar. Yeah, no mundi sugar that. Omunya sugar ni Milo kakre di, you know. They were exchanging. Oh my goodness. This is history. What do we know about this? This is history. And as upon Shiros, I will entreat you to subscribe to this channel. Come join the family. Be part of this family. Let's help shape our motherland, Ghana. This is what our ancestors went through. Some were raped. You understand? But nobody is talking about it today. Recently, your friend say, a Roman Catholic Church said they are sorry. Said they involved themselves in slave trade. Yes, trading our ancestors. The door of no return. If you misbehave, they either rape you if you're a woman or they kill you. They throw you into the sea. This is what our forefathers went through. Yenara yasasini e yabo dinte maye moja yana nanum hwiegu ho de to ho maye no. Esedru me no so se be diso. We have to preserve our land. But what do we see today? What do we see today? This fort, whatever. When you go to school and you start learning social studies and environmental studies, they won't go in-depth analysis or they won't go dito for you to understand what really happened to our ancestors. Yes, we have to learn history. Because Bob Marley once said, if you know your history and you will know where you are coming from. Do we know our history as people? Do we know that? Do we know our history as people and to know where we are coming from? We were forced to accept something that we never wanted. Our forefathers were beaten. They were killed. That is the reason why we have crusade in Christianity today. Crusaders, they either kill you, you either accept their religion or you are being unalive. Come on. This is what we call history. What do you know about this? What do you make of this? What do we make of this? We need ourselves. This is what our forefathers went through. What do you make of this? And as upon students, I will entreat you to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and be part of this family. What do you make of this? Please put your comment at the comment section. What is name? Infra. This is for Amsterdam. Other castles, for you go through. No, a hard dream. Go to Cape Coast Castle and see what really went on over there. Until we meet again. Makramo.